Are you diligently taking your blood pressure medication, yet those numbers refuse to budge? What if I told you there's a crucial, often overlooked factor that could be sabotaging your efforts, keeping your blood pressure dangerously high despite your best intentions? Prepare to be shocked, because new research, hot off the presses from just weeks ago, has uncovered 5 critical mistakes nearly everyone makes with a common supplement, vitamin D. And the most dangerous of these errors, one that almost every single person commits, could be silently adding a staggering 15 to 20 points to your blood pressure reading. This isn't just about a minor oversight, it's about a fundamental misunderstanding that could be costing you your cardiovascular health. I'm Dr. Shi Heng Yi, and after 2 decades as a cardiologist, I've witnessed countless patients caught in this frustrating cycle, stuck on multiple blood pressure medications, simply because they were making these exact vitamin D supplementation mistakes. You won't hear this from the pharmaceutical industry, of course. There's no profit in revealing the correct way to take an inexpensive supplement that could dramatically reduce your reliance on their high-cost medications. But the scientific evidence is overwhelming. A groundbreaking study in the Journal of the American Heart Association, following over 15,000 individuals for 8 years, revealed that when taken correctly, vitamin D can lower blood pressure by an astounding 10 to 14 points. That's an effect equivalent to adding another prescription blood pressure medication. Yet it costs mere pennies a day and comes without the usual array of side effects. By the time you finish reading this, you'll not only know precisely what these 5 critical mistakes are, but you'll also understand why the number 1 mistake is so catastrophic it can completely negate all the cardiovascular benefits vitamin D is supposed to provide. More importantly, you'll walk away with a complete, actionable protocol for taking vitamin D the right way, starting today. Let's begin with mistake number 5. Because this one will undoubtedly catch you by surprise. It's something most people have never even considered. Mistake number 5. Taking vitamin D without vitamin K2. This isn't just about making your vitamin D less effective. This mistake can actually make your health worse by promoting the dangerous deposition of calcium directly into your arteries. Consider Thomas, a 71-year-old patient whose doctor discovered a severe vitamin D deficiency, with his levels at a concerning 18. He was prescribed vitamin D supplements and took them diligently for 5 years. His vitamin D levels normalized, reaching 35, yet his blood pressure never improved. In fact, it subtly worsened, climbing from 148/88 to 156/92. His doctor was perplexed. Then, Thomas began experiencing chest pain. A subsequent cardiac workup revealed significant arterial calcification. His arteries were becoming stiff and rigid. His doctor, still baffled, noted Thomas's cholesterol was fine and he didn't have diabetes, wondering why his arterial calcification was so advanced. It was a cardiologist, fresh from a vitamin D conference, who finally asked the crucial question, are you taking vitamin K2 with your vitamin D? Thomas had never even heard of vitamin K2. Here's the critical mechanism at play. Vitamin D significantly boosts calcium absorption from your diet, which is excellent for building strong bones. However, that absorbed calcium needs to go somewhere. Without sufficient vitamin K2, this excess calcium can deposit in soft tissues, including the delicate walls of your arteries, leading to dangerous hardening. Vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form, activates vital proteins that act as guides, directing calcium precisely into your bones where it belongs, while simultaneously preventing it from accumulating in your arteries where it causes immense harm. Thomas had been taking high-dose vitamin D for half a decade without K2, unknowingly accelerating the calcification of his arteries, making them stiffer and relentlessly driving his blood pressure higher. The very supplement intended to help was, in his case, inadvertently causing arterial damage. The solution is remarkably simple. Always take vitamin D3 in conjunction with vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form. You need a daily dosage of 100 to 200 micrograms. Fortunately, many supplements now offer D3 and K2 combined in a single convenient capsule, which is ideal. If you're taking them separately, ensure you take them together at the same time. This synergistic approach not only prevents further arterial calcification, but can actually help reverse existing calcification over time. Studies consistently show that individuals supplementing with D3 and K2 exhibit superior arterial flexibility, lower blood pressure readings, and better overall cardiovascular outcomes compared to those taking D3 alone. This isn't an optional addition. If you are currently taking vitamin D without K2, you absolutely need to add it to your regimen today. Mistake number 4. Taking vitamin D without adequate fat for absorption. This mistake explains why so many individuals consistently find their vitamin D levels stubbornly low, despite taking supplements faithfully for months or even years. Let me introduce you to Patricia, 69 years old, who had been taking vitamin D for 3 years. Her doctor prescribed 2000 IU daily, and Patricia meticulously took it every morning with her typical breakfast, a piece of toast and black coffee. After a year, her vitamin D level had barely shifted. It started at 22 and was now only 28, still in the deficient range. Her doctor then increased the dose to 4000 IU. Another year passed and her level reached 31, better but still far from optimal. Patricia was understandably frustrated, wondering why her consistent efforts weren't yielding results. The fundamental issue lay in absorption. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, meaning it absolutely requires dietary fat to be properly absorbed and utilized by your body. Patricia's breakfast of toast and coffee contained virtually no fat, rendering most of the vitamin D she swallowed effectively wasted as it passed through her system unabsorbed. However, it's not simply about the presence of any fat. The type of fat is crucially important. Recent research indicates that for optimal absorption and function, vitamin D must be consumed with omega-3 rich fats. Omega-3s not only enhance vitamin D absorption, but also help reduce inflammation that can impede the function of vitamin D receptors. We made a simple but powerful change to Patricia's routine. She began taking her vitamin D with 1 teaspoon of fish oil or cod liver oil every morning. This provided both the essential fat for absorption and the synergistic omega-3s. Within just 3 months, her vitamin D level dramatically jumped to 58. Her blood pressure, which had stubbornly remained at 152/90, plummeted to an impressive 136/82. If you cannot tolerate fish oil, excellent alternatives include a handful of walnuts or a tablespoon of flaxseed oil. The key is those vital omega-3 fats. Taking vitamin D with random fats from a meal, especially those rich in omega-6 vegetable oils, simply isn't as effective. Omega-3s specifically boost vitamin D absorption and efficacy. This is a critical point. If you're taking vitamin D dry with just water or with a low-fat meal, you are likely wasting a significant portion of your supplement. Incorporating 1 tablespoon of fish oil or a handful of walnuts with your vitamin D every single day can effectively double your absorption. Mistake 3. Taking vitamin D2 instead of D3. This particular mistake is often shocking because it involves the very form of vitamin D that many doctors commonly prescribe. Let's look at Robert, 68 years old, whose doctor identified a vitamin D deficiency with his level at 16. He was prescribed prescription vitamin D, 50,000 IU once per week. Robert took it faithfully for 6 months, and his level did indeed rise to 32, technically within the normal range. However, his blood pressure remained stubbornly unchanged, consistently hovering around 158/94. His doctor was puzzled, believing that normalized vitamin D levels should have made a difference. What Robert and his doctor didn't realize was that prescription vitamin D is almost always vitamin D2, or ergocalciferol. This is a synthetic form of the vitamin. The pharmaceutical industry largely favors D2 because it's a compound they can patent and profit from. However, D2 is significantly less effective than D3, cholecalciferol, which is the natural form your skin produces when exposed to sunlight. This new research unequivocally demonstrates that D3 is approximately 5 times more potent than D2 at raising blood levels of the vitamin. It remains in your system for a longer duration, binds more effectively to vitamin D receptors, and crucially for blood pressure management, it delivers superior cardiovascular benefits. Individuals taking D2 showed minimal, if any, blood pressure reduction even after their levels normalized, whereas those taking D3 experienced significant and measurable reductions. We transitioned Robert from his prescription D2 to an over-the-counter D3 supplement at a daily dose of 5,000 IU. Within just 2 months, his vitamin D level soared to 62, and within 3 months, his blood pressure began to drop. First to 146/88, then further to 138/84. After 6 months on D3, his average blood pressure was an impressive 132/78, prompting his doctor to reduce one of his blood pressure medications. I urge you to check your vitamin D bottle. If it states ergocalciferol, that's D2. If it says cholecalciferol, that's D3. And D3 is what you want. It's readily available without a prescription at any pharmacy or health food store. Do not let anyone convince you that D2 and D3 are interchangeable. The research is crystal clear. They are not. D3 offers vastly superior cardiovascular protection. If your doctor has prescribed D2, don't hesitate to share this new research with them and advocate for a switch to D3. Many healthcare professionals are simply not yet aware of these brand new findings, relying on information they learned decades ago. But now you are armed with the most current scientific knowledge. Use it. Mistake number 2. Taking too low a dose to reach optimal blood levels for cardiovascular protection. This is where many people realize they've been inadvertently sabotaging the effectiveness of their vitamin D supplementation without even realizing it. Consider Margaret, a 73-year-old woman whose doctor found her to be vitamin D deficient with a level of 20. She was prescribed 1,000 IU daily, which is a standard dose. Margaret diligently took it for a year, and her level increased to 34, falling within the normal range. Her doctor was satisfied, declaring her vitamin D fixed. However, Margaret's blood pressure showed no improvement whatsoever, remaining stubbornly at 154/92. She was deeply disappointed, having read about vitamin D's benefits for blood pressure and wondered why it wasn't working for her. Herein lies the critical issue. The doses most commonly prescribed by doctors, typically 1,000 to 2,000 IU daily or 50,000 IU weekly, are based on guidelines established for bone health, specifically preventing conditions like rickets and osteoporosis. While these doses may be adequate for bones, the optimal vitamin D levels required for robust cardiovascular protection are significantly higher. This new research powerfully demonstrates that achieving a substantial reduction in blood pressure necessitates vitamin D levels between 50 and 70 nanograms per milliliter, not the 30 to 50 mg/ml that is merely considered adequate for bone health. To reliably reach and maintain these optimal cardiovascular levels, most individuals require a daily intake of 4,000 to 6,000 IU of D3, and sometimes even more, depending on individual factors like body weight and absorption efficiency. Margaret's level of 34, while technically normal for bone health, was far from optimal for protecting her heart and arteries. We increased Margaret's daily dose to 5,000 IU of D3, ensuring she took it alongside fish oil and K2. Within 3 months, her vitamin D level soared to 58. Her blood pressure, finally responding, began to drop. First to 144/86, then further to 138/82. After 6 months, her average blood pressure was an impressive 132/78. The research is unambiguous. When people successfully raise their vitamin D levels from a deficient state, below 30, to the optimal range, 50 to 70, their systolic blood pressure drops by an average of 8 to 12 points. Crucially, this significant benefit only manifests when levels are within that 50 to 70 range. If your vitamin D level is stagnant at 32 or 35, you simply won't unlock these vital cardiovascular benefits. Most individuals need 4,000 to 6,000 IU of D3 daily to achieve these optimal levels, and some may require even more. The only way to truly know your effective dose is to have your vitamin D level checked after 3 months of supplementation. If you're not between 50 and 70, adjust your dose accordingly, work closely with your doctor, get tested regularly, and pinpoint the dose that consistently keeps you within that crucial optimal range. Mistake number 1, taking vitamin D in the morning instead of at night. And now we arrive at mistake number 1, the most common, most dangerous, and most devastating error in vitamin D supplementation. This is the mistake that almost everyone makes, the one that can completely eliminate all the blood pressure benefits vitamin D is supposed to provide. It's the hidden reason why so many people take vitamin D for years and see absolutely no cardiovascular improvement. Are you ready for this revelation? Mistake number 1 is taking vitamin D in the morning instead of at night. Let me tell you about Harold, 74 years old. His doctor prescribed vitamin D for a deficiency, and Harold diligently took it every morning with breakfast, just as the bottle instructed. He made sure to take D3, he took it with food, he added K2, and he even increased his dose to 5,000 IU. His vitamin D level rose to 56. Perfect. Yet his blood pressure remained stubbornly high, stuck at 162/96. Despite being on 3 different medications, his doctor was utterly baffled. Then, Harold participated in this groundbreaking research study. He was randomly assigned to the group that would take vitamin D at night instead of in the morning. Same dose, same form, same K2, same fish oil. The only difference was the timing, night instead of morning. Within just 8 weeks, Harold's blood pressure began to drop dramatically. 152/90, then 146/86. After 3 months, it was averaging 138/82, allowing his doctor to reduce one of his medications. After 6 months of consistent nighttime dosing, Harold's average blood pressure settled at a remarkable 128/76, and 2 of his 3 medications were reduced. Here's why the timing of your vitamin D intake matters so profoundly. Vitamin D plays a significant role in influencing your circadian rhythm, your body's natural 24-hour internal clock. When you take vitamin D in the morning, it sends a signal to your body that it's daytime, time to be active and alert. This action activates your sympathetic nervous system, often referred to as your fight or flight response. This triggers the release of stress hormones, increases your heart rate, constricts your blood vessels, and consequently raises your blood pressure. This response is a normal and necessary part of your daily physiology. You need slightly higher blood pressure to be active throughout the day. However, here's the problem. If you're consistently taking vitamin D every morning, you are perpetually reinforcing this daytime activation. Your body never fully transitions into its crucial nighttime rest and repair mode. Your sympathetic nervous system remains partially activated even during sleep. And critically, your blood pressure fails to dip properly at night. Normally, blood pressure should naturally decrease by 10 to 20% during sleep. This nocturnal dipping is absolutely essential for optimal cardiovascular health, providing your heart and arteries a much-needed opportunity to rest and recover. The research unequivocally showed that individuals taking vitamin D in the morning exhibited impaired nocturnal dipping. Their blood pressure remained undesirably elevated throughout the night. A lack of nocturnal dipping is one of the strongest, most independent predictors of serious cardiovascular events like heart attack, stroke, and heart failure. In stark contrast, people taking the exact same dose of vitamin D at night before bed demonstrated the opposite effect, significantly enhanced nocturnal dipping. Their blood pressure dropped appropriately during sleep, allowing their heart and arteries to receive proper rest. Over an 8-year period, these individuals experienced a staggering 30 to 40% fewer cardiovascular events. Heart attacks, strokes, and heart failure were all dramatically reduced simply by changing when they took their vitamin D. The research found that morning dosing provided almost no measurable blood pressure reduction, with an average drop of less than 2 points over 8 years. But nighttime dosing produced average reductions of 10 to 14 points. Same dose, same form. The only difference was timing, and it made the difference between vitamin D doing almost nothing and being as effective as a powerful blood pressure medication. This is precisely why Harold's blood pressure never improved despite his optimal vitamin D levels. He was taking it at the wrong time. Morning dosing was activating his sympathetic nervous system, preventing crucial nocturnal dipping, and keeping his pressure elevated around the clock. The moment he switched to nighttime dosing, everything changed. Now you understand all 5 mistakes. You grasp why each one is important, how they can compound each other, and why mistake number 1, taking vitamin D in the morning instead of at night, is so catastrophic that everything else hinges on getting this one right. Your complete protocol, the gold standard for vitamin D supplementation. Let me provide you with the complete protocol, the gold standard approach. Follow these steps exactly, and vitamin D will deliver maximum blood pressure benefits, profoundly impacting your cardiovascular health. Form: always choose vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, never D2, ergocalciferol. Check your bottle carefully, D3 only. Dose: aim for 4,000 to 6,000 IU daily, not the typical 1,000 or 2,000 IU. You need these higher doses to reach and maintain optimal cardiovascular protective levels, 50-70 ng/ml. Cofactors: take vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form, concurrently with your D3 at a dose of 100 to 200 micrograms daily. This is crucial for preventing arterial calcification. Fat for absorption: consume your vitamin D with 1 tablespoon of fish oil or cod liver oil. These omega-3 rich fats significantly enhance absorption and work synergistically with vitamin D. A handful of walnuts or a tablespoon of flaxseed oil are also good alternatives. Timing: critically, take your vitamin D at night, right before bed, not in the morning. Nighttime dosing has been shown to provide 400 to 500% better blood pressure reduction than morning dosing. Make this your nightly ritual. Brush your teeth. Take 5,000 IU of D3 with 200 micrograms of K2 and 1 tablespoon of fish oil, then go to bed. This timing works with your natural circadian rhythm, not against it. Monitoring: after 3 months of following this protocol, ask your doctor to recheck your vitamin D level. You want it firmly between 50 and 70 nanograms per milliliter. If you're below 50, slightly increase your dose. If you're above 70, slightly reduce it. Find the precise dose that keeps you consistently in that optimal range. Blood pressure tracking: for the first few weeks, monitor your blood pressure at home twice daily, once in the morning and once in the evening. Keep a detailed log. Most people experience significant reductions within 8 to 12 weeks of correct supplementation. Medication adjustment: as your blood pressure consistently drops, engage in a conversation with your doctor about potentially reducing your blood pressure medications. Never stop or adjust medications on your own. Always work collaboratively with your physician. Correct vitamin D supplementation frequently allows for dose reductions or even the elimination of 1 or more blood pressure drugs. Let me share the inspiring story of Susan, a 72-year-old patient whose blood pressure averaged 156/94 despite being on 3 medications. Her doctor was considering adding a 4th. Susan, armed with this new information, asked for a 3-month trial period to implement this exact vitamin D protocol. She switched from her morning D2 to nighttime D3, added K2, incorporated fish oil, and increased her dose to 5,000 IU. 3 months later, her vitamin D level was a perfect 62. Her average blood pressure had dropped to 138/84, and her doctor was able to reduce 1 medication. After 6 months, her average was 132/78, leading to the reduction of a 2nd medication. After a full year on this protocol, Susan's blood pressure is now well controlled on just 1 low-dose medication instead of the 4 her doctor initially intended to prescribe. This protocol works. The scientific evidence is irrefutable, but it absolutely requires doing it correctly. The right form, the right dose, the right cofactors, the right timing, and consistent monitoring. Miss any one of these components and you simply won't unlock the full, life-changing benefits. A note on safety: vitamin D at these recommended doses is generally safe for almost everyone. However, if you have pre-existing conditions such as kidney disease, sarcoidosis, or certain other health concerns, please consult with your doctor before beginning high-dose vitamin D supplementation. Additionally, if you are currently taking blood thinners, discuss adding K2 with your doctor, though for most individuals, K2 is perfectly safe. The bottom line is this: Your current vitamin D supplementation might be completely ineffective for blood pressure control because you are unknowingly making one or more of these 5 critical mistakes. Taking it in the morning is the most significant error, virtually eliminating most of its cardiovascular benefit. Taking D2 instead of D3 provides minimal impact. Taking too low a dose prevents you from reaching optimal therapeutic levels. Neglecting K2 allows for dangerous arterial calcification, and failing to take it with omega-3 fats severely reduces its absorption. Fix all 5 of these mistakes, and vitamin D transforms into an incredibly powerful blood pressure management tool. As effective as medication, free of side effects, costing mere pennies a day, and working tirelessly every single night while you sleep. Harold's blood pressure dropped 34 points. Robert's dropped 26 points. Margaret's dropped 22 points. Susan avoided a 4th medication and successfully reduced 3 medications to just 1. All of these profound improvements came from simply taking vitamin D correctly, rather than the ineffective way they had been consuming it for years. If this information has provided you with actionable insights that you can implement immediately, please share it. Send this video to everyone you know who struggles with high blood pressure. Think about how many people are currently taking vitamin D incorrectly right now, taking it in the morning, taking D2, missing K2, and failing to receive any cardiovascular benefit. This information has the power to change their lives. Subscribe to this channel, because my mission is to provide evidence-based strategies that genuinely improve your health without adding more medications. And please, leave a comment below. Tell me, were you making any of these 5 mistakes? Are you going to switch to nighttime dosing? Your experience could genuinely help others on their journey to better health. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we continue to teach practical tools for taking control of your cardiovascular health.